rocking me? Why rocking me until dawn? Until dawn. Why rocking me? Why rocking me until dawn? Until dawn. Why rocking me? Why rocking me until dawn? Hey, until dawn. Oh yeah, he'll make my dreams come true. Why rocking me until dawn? Until dawn. Why rocking me? Why rocking me until dawn? Until dawn.
Wow.
I hit the wrong note.
Me too.
It was just so... Hang on, leave it. Take a look. Sunshine when she's
I was about to say, as you should be. You should be. That's right. Oh, there's that. There's the hands again. Hands around.
No, Richie. No, Richie. He got me. No, Richie. No, Richie.
Yes, with the new machine, the RC505.
Precisely. This is a big addition. This is this is a big deal.
Let me all introduce you to. Let me all introduce you to. Let me introduce you to the happy kazoo. Let me all introduce you to. Let me introduce you to. Let me introduce you to the happy kazoo. Oh yeah.
Let's see if this works or not. I have no idea. Let me just turn my mic. You all right? Let me just turn this off. All right.
Oh my God! Benjamin Franklin! Benjamin Franklin! Benjamin Franklin! Benjamin Franklin! Benjamin Franklin! Some will, some will. Oh, I think my battery's dying. My battery's so dead, so I better. How long has that been going on? Alright, let's stop this. Hi, welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. We're here playing with Mace Jams on the drums. Got Mace Jams on the drums.
Not
we
for
got
that-
we
not
got
for that
Mace
long.
Jams on the drums just for a second. But if you're gonna get it done, you gotta get it done tonight. You gotta get Mace Jams on the drums.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I've been yesed, everybody.
Oh, you've been yesed.
We gotta go. Stop that. That's the wettest sound you've ever had. Welcome to Paris and Stereo making moist sounds.
That's right. That's all. There we go.
There you go. There you go.
There are no breaks tonight.
No breaks. No breaks.
That's my Mace impression.
Okay. Hello? Shots fired within the first 5 minutes?
There's no breaks tonight.
Wow. Am I just a breathy guy that just sings about tonight? Because you're definitely right. Tonight, we're gonna sing about tonight. Taking no breaks tonight. Right now, we should have a talk right now. We should have a talk right now. We should have some tacos 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 now. We should have some tacos.
Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Paris and Stereo. This camera doesn't look as good as this. Yeah, let's do that. Welcome in. I don't have my light on in the back, so I should probably turn that on. But yeah, today we're doing something a little different. Trying to do a Fast Tracker 2 stream where basically I will revisit one of the programs I used to use back in 1996, I think, when I was 17, and just kind of revisiting some of the mod stuff that I was into. I have some old mod files I'll probably play, and then maybe mess around a little bit with the keyboards, and show you how all this stuff kind of works. But yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Let me turn this light on back here to kind of set the mood correctly. So yeah, this is the Fast Tracker 2 program. When it was actually created, I don't know. That's a good question. Probably just talks about, this is the clone, so this runs on modern PCs and Macs, which is really cool. I found out about this randomly. I was just looking for something that might play XMs, and with Fast Tracker, it was always something that didn't run very well on my old machine. So back in 1996, I had a Gateway 2000 and had this really strange Ensoniq Soundscape Elite sound card. It wasn't terrifically compatible with a lot. And I think this was mostly compatible, supposed to be compatible with like a Sound Blaster, that kind of thing. And the card I had better sounds on it for general MIDI stuff, but generally speaking didn't have the greatest Sound Blaster compatibility. And as such, I ended up having to write a lot of stuff through it. What I call blind, or deaf is really what I should have called it. I don't know why I called it blind, but anyway, I basically had to write some of it, then go back to Windows because it ran in DOS. Go back to Windows and then run it again, run the piece, like basically listen to it in some sort of program. I think, I don't know, Winamp maybe, or I had some mod player that worked. Anyway, so I would listen to it and go like, that's wrong, and then I would try to adjust things on the fly. So that went, okay. But back then, mods were the best way on a budget to have your songs sound a bit more professional. And generally speaking,
I was actually so I was able to use Fast Tracker in a more normal way on my friend's computer, and I'm hoping that he can stop by tonight because it'd be awesome to talk to him, and reminisce a little bit about this program. But basically, it was the program itself worked well in his machine, and I ended up using it to do a prom song where I actually made music for prom, my prom, and rewrote it in this program. So the name of the game, I didn't make my own samples, and you can. I'm going to try because I've never actually have tried to do that. And I feel like that's just like a rite of passage. Like you got to learn how to work with your own samples. And since I do so much looping stuff in general, I thought it would be cool to revisit some of that. So we're going to try some of that as well. But I thought I would start things out with a classic, and I might play it again later. Well, let's save it actually. Let's look into how does one sample with this thing. So let's make a new song. Let's zap everything. All gone. Now it says unsaved because I made a new version of this. Let's see. How do you make a new song? See, this things I don't know. Ooh, Fast Tracker 2, written by 1997. So this must have been like the latest version at the time. That's probably when I stopped using it. Nibbles was a game you can play. I've never actually tried to play it. I don't even know what it's about. Oh, it's just Snake. Got it. Does it work with a keyboard? Player one has died. It does, but it's backwards? Question mark? No. It's just normal Snake, and it works like you imagine Snake would. Ooh, okay. Just watch me play Snake for hours on end. It's kind of cool they have this because I feel like I never had the full Snake experience on Nokia like everyone else did, but I died. So we'll exit out of that for now. Yes, no nibbles for me right now. So Zap kills everything. We'll kind of go through let's go through it together, kind of learn what's going on here. So basically with a mod program like Fast Tracker, it has a series of tracks. So a lot of people, when they were making mods back in the day in like 1990 with Pro Tracker and Amiga, they actually only had like 4 channels to choose from, which means you have to be a lot more like choosy about what kind of instruments you use, how you use them, using multiple instruments on one pattern. It kind of became like a cool limiting factor, and I've actually dealt with that a lot more using Family Tracker on NES because they only have a set number of sounds. I mean, that's even more limited than even this would be. But Fast Tracker, I mean, this is 24 channels, like almost 24 tracks, basically, of different samples you can use. That means you can create for yourself a wide variety of echo effects and reverbs kind of thing. And, I mean, you could go nuts. And some people really did. There were some composers back in the day in the 90s that were using this to create things that were very close to like professional quality. I'll show you one of those in a little bit here, like Elwood. Death Jester was a friend of ours. We knew he made a lot of stuff. So I didn't really use it to that extent. I didn't really get into like the nitty gritty. I just kind of like slammed samples in there. And I stole all the samples from other mods. So the cool thing about mods is that, so unlike MIDI, you're actually, there's always this argument back then about MIDI versus mod. And while it wasn't really like a fair argument, because MIDI is just the means by which you trigger a sound, whereas mods were samples that you can load into like a software, so you could have it on a floppy drive, and it would trigger those sounds in a pattern, like a spreadsheet almost. And it goes down the pattern, and it triggers each of the samples at certain frequencies. You tell it to go at certain times. And it has the ability to sound a lot better because you're using very specific samples for very specific songs. And all the samples are contained within the file. So that's really cool. So you can basically, if I bring this mod over to someone else, as long as they have Fast Tracker 2, they might be able to play on something else, but it's Fast Tracker 2, it sounds the same on everyone's machine. whereas MIDI would always trigger the sound card that's inside your computer, and that could vary from Sound Blaster to an AdLib card to, the Sonic Soundscape Elite, as I had. There were so many different variations, and of course, they all had different variations of what they considered to be general MIDI, and those general MIDI sounds were a lot more. They're trying to represent acoustic sounds, whereas things like this could very easily represent electronic music or like synthesizer sounds, sample actual instruments. So I'm going to try to do that a little bit here. I don't know how well it will work, but looks like, let's see, sample editor is right here. So we have wave, range, display, show our range all, sample. Stereo sampling will use the next sample slot. While ongoing, press any key to stop. Okay. Let's try to get the Mini Nova going because that's probably the easiest thing to press. We'll see if we can sample some cool sounds. Okay, so let's do. Yeah, it's definitely stereo, so we'll do stereo. Yeah, it has nice little, so we'll do that. Stereo. Stop. It's thinking about it. Why is it thinking about it? Okay, left sample, right sample. That did not work. Okay, so let's go to our options here and see what might be going on. I probably should have looked at this a little closer before I started launching into it, but I/O devices, here we go. Audio input devices, it says USB PMP at 48K. So this version of Fast Tracker immediately has an advantage over the original one because it can sample at 48,000 hertz, which is basically what people use for professional mixing these days. Back then, I think it was only 16-bit, maybe 22,000 kilohertz, or hertz rather, I should say. About half of CD quality. The original Amigas that kind of started this whole mod tracker phase, Pro Tracker, they did 8-bit sound, so about half the bit quality. So as far as I understand it, with bits and hertz and all that, the more bits you have, the better per moment that a sample can kind of be represented. So you have an acoustic sound, and you have a 16-bit, like that many digital floating points of information to kind of represent the best quality. So the higher it is, the more accurate that sound is, the more accurate the recording is, basically, of that sound. So it says here that the USB PMP audio device is indeed the right thing to have. It says the master volume's up, but I'm not seeing. Oh, that's interesting. Is this like play the sample? Is that what's all that's happening right now? Okay, interesting. So if I stop it and clear sample, yes. Okay. So the question is, why isn't it not recording when I want to record a sample? And I don't know if this works at all. Like, it's very possible that this just doesn't work. So I might have to look into that more to see what exactly might be the problem with that. Man, my CPU is just running fast. So if I do, let's see, Family Tracker 2. Oh, that's slowing me down. Goodness. Okay. Clone. Okay. Deep clone, instrument, and duplicate patterns. That's family tracker. I'm looking for fast tracker. Fast tracker, clone. Okay, here we go. So I'm just looking up online right now. I'm trying to get a sense. This is Fast Tracker 2 clone. They do have a Pro Tracker 2 clone, which I thought about looking at, but I've never messed with that before. And I'm sure it's crazy, though. Okay. More code found here. Here's a screenshot. What is Fast Tracker 2? Read about it here. Source code. How to complete. Programs. Full screen mode. It's luck-based. You know what? I bet there's help in the actual help here. Maybe help? Yeah. Okay. Effects, key bindings, how to use FT2. Beats per minute, sampling, what's instruments, tune, vibrato sweeps, MIDI, we got that. Sample editor. Plays the current sample, save range, paste, sample data, crop, volume, X fade is for making smooth loops. If you use 16 on the header, it seems it's an 8-bit sample. Copy, let's see, fix DC. Resample. Well, I don't know. Problems, facts. How do I do all this? Probably should look up how to actually record a sample. It does have the option for different kinds of samples you can load in, but it doesn't mention... Instrument editor, record pattern, record song, sample editor. Okay, that's what I'm in. And basically when I say I want a new sample, well, next to use sample slot, I say okay. And then this thing starts doing this crazy deal, and I can't stop anything. It's almost like it doesn't actually work. That's my guess. Just being a little weird there. Okay, well, let's just bring a song up then, and we'll try to see if we can play it. So, okay, yes. Let's play maybe one of my old ones, and then we'll show kind of where you can go. So, oh, I said blindfolded, which is not true. Why did I say blindfolded? Anyway, so this is me. This is me talking about what I'm doing here. So I said I only did 6 tracks. It's Outsider. That was my old username. It's out there jamming the tracks blindfolded. I did this without the use of sound until I kept using... I use mod. Here's the program. I use mod for win every once in a while to check my progress. And then it says, took me about 2 hours. Eek. I need a compatible sound card. Damn it. Hope you like it. 11/09/96. So I was 17 and didn't know how to spell damn it. And I mean, it's really cool to have like a little snapshot back in time, because that's what now 25 years ago now. Yeah. So that's a reality check. So let's go ahead and play the song and see what it sounds like. I'm noticing that some of these I took, so you can actually take these samples and kind of use them again. It's apparently an R8 sample, which I didn't know at the time. It says Blue Monday. Does sound like that. Just a separate sample for snare. I like how this, every time you play the sample, it will use a different channel. So you can actually have polyphony, which is cool. Which is really neat. It's because you couldn't actually track it out that way very easily. Oh, actually, you probably could. Let's try that. Let's zap all these instruments. Let's zap the song, but keep the instruments. If we record a pattern, how does it work? Okay. It doesn't have any sort of... Is there no, like, metronome? God, there has to be a metronome, right? Miscellaneous. Ooh, we can full screen it. Okay, let's do this. Let's bring this over here. Let's bring this over here. Let's full screen it. And... Okay. Well, let's try that. Yes. Bring up FT2 again. I thought I did. Oh, okay. I put it on the wrong... put on the wrong side. But I did find a config thing that might be helpful for miscellaneous. Let's use stretched. Okay. Stretched. Yeah. And then exit. And then... Yeah, I do think I can quit it easily. Let's try that again, but I'll bring it over here. Boom. Does it stretch? It doesn't. Miscellaneous pixel filter? Oh, ooh. Ooh. Okay, that made it much smaller. 4x? Hey, all right, now we're talking. Yeah, okay, that's better. Exit. And now I can get rid of this stupid window view because it's not as fast. This, what I really want is this. And to do that. Okay. And now I can move this around a little bit. We're getting a little bit of bleed over something. I'm not sure from what, but that seems better. And it's a little faster anyway. Yeah, that looks a lot better. So you can make the program a little bigger. That's nice. And then I can, readjust it where I can. So let's bring up a file. Disop. Oh, I did not remember where I left off. I think it's under... Oh my gosh. Volumes. Data 5. There we go. What is this golden times? I don't know. What is that? Hi, Gene. What is it? Serato. Yeah. Okay. So Bruce back up. And it should be under my music. And old. Yeah. Okay. Now we're kicking it. So let's go back to Blind Man again. Blind Man. There we go. That was much better. Okay. So let's get rid of that. Zap the song. Keep the instruments. Go back to configure and see if you can figure out how to do some sort of metronome. MIDI input? I think what I gotta do is I gotta take one of these tracks and actually create a bass line first. So let's see how this works. So I think that. Uh-oh. I knew that was gonna happen. Sooner than later, my keyboard was gonna die on me. God, I hate that so much. Times I've done that. Okay. Excuse me. So we gotta do it like this, I guess. See, editing, not editing, editing. So now we need do that. Oh. Can't remember how you delete now. What's editing? It's not delete then. It's backspace? Well, delete is backspace. I can't remember. It's got to be better than that. Because that's crazy. I don't get why that's not working. It's like delete is delete, right? Nope. That's interesting. Oh, I see. Okay, tab is tab. Let's go back to help. It's so exciting. I gotta figure out key bindings. Okay. How do you delete? Cursor moves. See, I gotta learn these. Delete note or volume column at cursor. Shift delete deletes the note at cursor. Alt delete deletes effect. Okay, we'll try shift delete. Maybe that's it. Shift delete. In edit mode. Nope. Oh, the cursor's not there. Now it is. Nope. I gotta move it all the way back. Oh, probably because this wasn't. Nope. What? Are you kidding me? There's no edit? That could be very problematic. if I actually want to delete something, it's going to make it very difficult to do so. Function delete? It is function delete. Really? Function delete. But like jumps up too. What? Okay. Weird. Oh, maybe it's like the F buttons? No. Okay, well, it's not the best thing in the world. Oh, now jumps 2 for every. Oh, it definitely does like volume. That's crazy. Check this out. Wow, it's velocity sensitive. Get a tab. Okay. So how do you get it to be in edit mode? Record pattern. Okay. This is crazy. So if I choose a big old chunk of stuff, can I delete that? Can I function delete it? Can I shift delete it? Control delete it? Can I control X? Can I right click on it? Can I... Why does nothing work? Delete previous note. Delete previous line. See, it says backspace. Known bugs. Can't delete anything. Okay, it's not a normal bug. Cut track. I suppose that could be a thing. Nope. Sure. Shift F3. All right, that cuts the track. Cool. So I have to look at that a couple times over and see. Okay. So I think if I record... Now, can I actually delete these? No. But I can function delete them? No. How did I do that then? Because I was definitely deleting stuff, but it was like moving in a strange way. Or maybe because it wasn't. Yeah, because I'm not actually on this track. Okay. Now I am. Can I delete it? No. What if I'm over it? No. How about that? No. Control delete? No. Option delete? No. Shift delete? Nope. I wonder if maybe there's more buttons on this Bluetooth keyboard that can control this a little better. But it surely doesn't seem to work very well. Yeah, I just didn't foresee that being a problem of actually deleting a note. Because I remember that being fairly easy back in the day. In fact, it says it right on the help. It says, oh, maybe that was kind of the problem. I kind of remember this a little bit now. It was like, let's see, fast tracker to clone Mac doesn't work with keyboard very well. Let's see. Ba 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 bum 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 bum. Yeah, I remember this being a problem. I think I did this once before, and for whatever reason, the the keyboard didn't work. Maybe I have to. Oh, you know what? Maybe I have to turn the keyboard on as an option. It's moving though. That's the thing. It's like it is toggling around. It's just not killing the stuff that it needed to. IO devices. Okay, that's all. Layout. It's mouse shapes, miscellaneous. MIDI. Layout. Huh. I don't know why it's not working. That's very strange to me. Oh, we'll see. You know, if things don't work out, then we'll just not do it that way. IE external. Ooh. Sample editor external. Don't know. Advanced edit. Okay. Add. Subtract. Okay. Amount of instruments. Got it. That's your instrument. So the only thing I can do successfully, it seems to be, is just kill the whole track entirely in one go. Just for fun, I'm going to see if it's any different to do it like this. Okay, sees it? No. How about Control, Shift, Option, F1, F2. Ooh. Oh, that's changing my brightness. Function. Ooh. Okay, that brings me to the top of the page. That gets rid of the window entirely, which is kind of fun. Gets rid of all the windows. And F12 puts you like midway down the page. Okay. Tabs round. Do I have to put in editing mode? Oh, that's the thing. I don't get the fact that if I kill this one, it jumps down to the next note. Can I undo? Is there an undo button, or you just have to deal with it? You might have to deal with that. Let's see. Am I still in editing mode? Yes. Because I'm editing mode, now I can delete. Okay. It still jumps down too, though. That's got to be something with the way it works. Config-wise. Layout, I/O devices, miscellaneous. Let's see. Sample, cut to buffer, kill voices, music stop, multi-channel record, change palette when okay, enable MIDI, record velocity. I mean, it's cool. I like that, actually. It makes things a little easier. You can change the sensitivity of that. That's cool. I don't know about why it's jumping down. Let's see, pattern, stretch, hex line numbers, externals. Line number, colors, channel numbering, nice, awful, standard, scopes, show volume column, pattern text, block mark. That's, ooh. Yeah, I don't know. This probably won't last, this keyboard. Because I only had it on there for maybe 20 minutes. At the most. Okay, well, let's see. Yeah, so I gotta... You really want to do it like this, right? Get rid of some of these. Yeah, it's just like, it's cutting out, it's jumping down 2 blocks. So I get that. I don't get why. But I guess I can work with it. Okay, let's try to play that. Okay. Let's make this a little bit more normal. Okay. All right. So if I do... Oh, that's why. Okay, there we go. So I couldn't find the actual track for a second. Okay. Cool. So So I could put the snare right in there, but we do have, I mean, we have tons of channels, so I guess I don't have to do that. That's the actual, the snare. Is that the, I mean, that's the snare. Let's take, okay, so let's go back up to here, and we'll, okay, that's cool. Okay, then play. Oh shoot, a little too fast. Not exactly what I wanted. Okay, so if I select all this, put it in editing mode, and then delete it. Oh no, it still deletes every other row. I don't get that. Why is it doing like that? It's like, okay, then it does it. Okay. And then I think Shift Delete does. Yeah. Cool. All right. So. Okay, I get that. That makes sense. No. So we got this terrible pattern. Let's do another one on 4 of the bass thing. So we'll see what kind of cool bass line we have here. So I wonder if I can edit this instrument. Instrument edit. There we go. So I can. Ah, there's a volume envelope. You can hear that pan a little bit. there's a shortcut for getting up the top fast. That doesn't work great, does it? If I do in edit mode and delete, it doesn't delete everything. Control. It just jumps. I don't get that. Why is everything jumping? It's like it all jumps. Maybe that's something in the file? That could be something in the file, I guess. But I'm not sure what it would be. Let's do here. Bring it up and over. Ba-ba. Let's play some cool stuff because I want to play. I'll play some of my other. Let's play the coolest of them all. I don't know. I got a lot of cool ones. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, let's listen to a song. Who cares? Let's play this one. So cool. December 94. It's crazy. There's so many mods out there. There's a whole website called like, oh shoot, what's it called? I have to look it up. I love it says mind the outdated techniques. Probably means he was using like Pro Tracker ideas to, but probably not utilizing them in the same kind of way. Yeah, love it. Love that one. Let's see. What else we got? Oh, my odd one is pretty cool. But we'll come back to that. Let's play some other people's stuff. I like that. I don't remember this one. Huh. Yeah, no, some of these I don't remember. Oh, this is great. So this is by not the Moby, but some other Moby. Original Simpsons. I have nothing to do with the Moby from Codex. Why'd you even choose a stupid neck? It's crazy what people did on these programs. Be interesting to see if this gets copyright struck, probably. It's only 4 tracks so far. Oh, that's actually a sample from Simpsons. That's great. I just love how like lo-fi it is. Star Control has some great mods. You can mute different tracks. This person was so used to dealing with 4-channel mods that they just kind of kept it in that same realm. I wonder if they'll go to these are just like memories for me because I just downloaded this from the mod website back then. I remember I had a T1 connection at my buddy's work. I was just downloading, they were like 1 or 2 megabytes a piece, and it was like going in a minute or minute or two per song. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so fast. And some of these became this was called Danny Elfmania. Finally using more than 4 channels. I noticed they're making the speed go 4 5 4 5 4 5. Probably so it's shuffled. If we just Yeah, definitely shuffled. Still trying to figure out exactly what is going on with. It's so interesting. I love the random cans of Diet Coke behind me. These are so long. This one's like already over 4 minutes. The cool thing about this is that you could actually okay. Pretty cool. I remember it being cooler than that for some reason. I remember there's a jazz one I really enjoyed. There's so many crazy ones here. This Kingdom of the Sky in the Sky. It was a very famous one. I remember it got passed around as being like one of the coolest mods that you could get. So people were using this for orchestral music too, which is just wild. Just taking probably samples of their own, cool keyboards, Kurzweil or Roland keyboards. Using up those channels, very nice. Yeah. This one doesn't have any information. It always fascinated me when, I guess it's going through the patterns just very quickly. It's just the different way people write. It's very interesting to me. Weird. It sounds like a very compressed, really good MIDI file, maybe. This has a B section of notes, if I remember correctly. Man, it sounds so much like old 90s games. I wonder how many old games use mod soundtracks. It'd be kind of cool to look that up. 'Cause I think it's a really cool way of just making sure everyone had the same experience, but didn't have all the audio that came along with CDs. It's like a lo-fi version of the soundtrack. I love you can play along a little bit. a couple of mine. Like my best one is the prom song. Oh, this part's cool. I love how fast how quickly that stops. It's great. Let's see here. So I made some in here. I see a couple of mine. Let's play another one of mine here. Hey, it's me again, Outsider, with this new mod, also created blind or deaf. So at least I understood that I was being weird by calling him blind. That's 2 mods in 2 days. Yeah, sure it's repetitive. What? But not a lot of bugs in it. But who's counting? Oh, and sure it's got a lot of bugs in it. But who's counting? Anyway, I hope you enjoy this layback mod made on ye old Fast Tracker 2. Enjoy. All right, see what you got, Outsider. Called Flow 1996. I didn't put the date. Oh, I guess it's 2 days, so it must have been November of 96. These are so cute. Man, that just brings me back. It's so cool. So once again, this is mostly for me. I remember K Depart. Let's try it. So Cosmic released by Bert. It's got TR 808s and 909s going. 3 bass. This has been 3 written for you, my lovely girlfriend. Mike American, who will depart to Denmark for his studies for half a year. I'll miss you. Gosh, do you think these people still write music? The Cosmic released by Bert. I'll have to look up Bert. See if we can figure out anything about these old artists. See Bert. Since they're not great. Okay, wait. This is called K_depart. The XM. Probably find that. Random modules. It's funny how things get like passed around back then. I should make some of these my like intro songs. I'm sure there's people who just like all they listen to is old mob music. Yeah, this is what 1982 thought elevator music would sound like in 2035. Absolutely. Yeah, so hey, damn it, Mike, welcome in. So I'm revisiting an old program I used to write music on. This is not my music. This is written by some person named Bert. What I loved about this is that you could go back and you could actually change all these words and basically leave your signature on the piece. It's got drums and sample set. I don't know. I just love it. It's been written for his lovely girlfriend, American. Like, I wonder if they got together. Like, yeah, this is Fast Tracker 2. Boop. There you go. Fast Tracker 2. Yeah, the UI is super dope. It looks totally of its era. Probably came out in like 94, 93. At least the first Fast Tracker did. I'm not sure about the second one. But up to 24 tracks, I think. Oh, yeah, this is... So, this is not playing it... Well, yeah, this really does whip the llama's ass if you look at it, right? I love this. Just goes on for like 5 minutes, I think. So, yeah, do you have any idea how mod makers work? Like, have you worked with them before? Because I can give you an overview. I never got this good at them. But I did make a couple. I'll show you again. Not at all. Fill me in. Fill me in, says Mike. Let me know. Well, so we'll stop this one. And with a sound. And basically, the way all this works, let's bring up one of my old ones again. Okay, so okay, I think I'm up here somewhere. There we go. So back then, I used to be called when I was on BBS's back in the mid 90s. I was named Outsider, and with a Y, I believe. But I say Outsider with an I here, so I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't use a Y. I always thought I did. Maybe I did that Y when I went to Hotmail. That makes more sense. Okay, so the way the Fast Tracker works and in these programs, these mods work is you load in different samples. So like this sample, for example, is called ST01 Fun Bass is down here. So this sample is pretty generic, right? It's just like a small sample at a low bit rate because you wanted to save file space. You know, like these things were maybe a meg, maybe 2 megs tops. So you would sample something much like I do when I sample NES stuff, and you just have this one sound at a pretty low bit rate, right? So you have on this program, you have up to 24 tracks you can use, but I just used 6 for this one. Doesn't sound the greatest, right? But it's fine. So what you would do is you would say, okay, I want to make some sort of song. So here at the top left, there's these like 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 3, 0, 2, 0, 3, all that. So all that's really telling you is that this is the order you want these patterns to go in. So if you click through them, you can see that they're all a little bit different. Or not all different, but they're just, different ones. So it takes about, 4 beats to go through a full one. So I'll show you, I'll just play this pattern. So it's just playing this one pattern over and over again. So if I mute some of this, right? So this first channel right here, this channel is the bass drum. It's the bass drum sample played at on E, the 4th octave, and it's the second instrument listed here. So if I went up here, I can see this R8B Monday. So this is actually, it sounds like it's probably sampled from Blue Monday from the old New Order song. So this track kind of kicks through. So all those little ticks as it's going down, it's kind of like going like, it's basically thinking it like that. So if you want to have something go, it was shareware. Yeah, well, it wasn't shareware. So I think I did kind of pirate it, but it wasn't like, it was made by underground by people who released it online or through floppies. It was never like a full market release. So I have this sample here. So you can see it gets kind of crazy. Sounds really crunchy. And that's kind of the, because of the nature of the low bit rate, it had a kind of a feel to it. So with this, what's cool about it is that you can say, okay, that's my pattern 1, or let's see, that's pattern 3. So this pattern 3 is the 3rd version of all these different tracks. So it's kind of like I'm saying for this one, I want it to play this pattern, just this little section, right? And repeat it. And if I want to, I can tell it to do, like down the line, I can tell it to do 3, and then 3, and then 3, and then 3, and then 3, because it'll just keep playing this over and over again. So if I'm actually playing the song, you'll see it's on 3, and then the next one it jumps down to is 3, and then goes back to 1 again. Here's the 1 pattern. Right, so 1, and then we're gonna change to 2. So here's all the stuff on pattern 2. And I can tell it to repeat as many times as I want to. In this case, I did 2. And I did 4. Here's pattern 4, which is basically the same as 1 and 2 mixed. So I just said pattern 4 is those 2 sections together, and I just repeated that over and over again for a little while. So like that, this pattern here in 5, if I mute everything else, I play a pattern. So you can see over here, it's like G, D5, A, I'm going, oh wait, is this 4? So I'm kind of going, but it's kind of like I'm writing in all those notes. So if I was writing it in back then, I would have been like, I'd be like C, G, C, G, E. Because on the keyboard, you can actually play it on the keyboard too. Like on the computer keyboard. Have you ever thrown the hard drive or lost data? Oh, so I have some folders that I've moved from computer to computer to computer ever since the 90s. So some of these files I have moved to like hard drive after hard drive after hard drive. I just copied it and pasted it or put it on a zip drive and put it over. So these files, I keep moving from machine to machine over the last 30 years. So this one, it's Outsider jamming the tracks, blindfolded. I did this without the use of sound until I kept using Mod for Win every once in a while to check my progress. And then it took me 2 hours. Eek. I need a compatible sound card, damn it. Hope you like it. And 11/09/96. So I was 17 years old. And I wrote this. So I borrowed the samples from someone else, right? So the cool thing about mods is that when you load a mod in, you immediately have access to all those instruments, right? Because it's in the file. The files are in the computer. So you actually, I would take like the cool samples I enjoyed, like, oh, that one's really cool. I'll take that. That one's really neat. I'll take that. And then I would load all those samples into my own song. So I didn't ever make my own samples. I would always just borrow everyone else's. So this is when I just borrowed, I heard a cool mod I liked, and then I tried to, do this to it. So this is my very first mod. And the cool thing about it is that it's self-contained. So if someone had an XM player like this, I just give them the file and then play it like this. So I actually wrote my prom song, the techno song I wrote for prom, I wrote with this program, and I'll bring it up here in a second. And that was, this is within 6 months, basically. So this is the first one I ever did. And then my friend had a computer I actually could hear the sound with. So I actually recorded or made the track on his computer with the same program. Yeah, it's kind of chiptunes, but it's actually real samples, right? Samples of instruments. So if I had I have this synthesizer up here, I could record that synthesizer playing a note, right? And then every time I would move to a different note, it would play that same recorded sound just at a different frequency. So it'd be like, but it wouldn't sound that good because this is actually generating a new sound every time you press a key. With a sample, it's taking that original sample and just changing the frequency of it. So as you do that, the quality gets kind of weird. So if you stray too far away from the original sound, it starts sounding a little strange or a little, like a little artificial, basically. So if you have, for example, this bass drum, right? So right here, it sounds great. That's C. But you start going down. It sounds cool, but it's not. You wouldn't use it as a bass drum anymore, right? Same thing for the bass here. That sounds pretty cool. So that might be a sample of a bass sound, and you can go into the sample editor here, and you can even change, or instrument editor. You can change how the volume envelope looks, and you can make it a little bit different. Let's see. Oh, I gotta actually use volume envelope. There we go. So I'm taking the original sample and I'm kind of changing the volume of it on the fly. So every time I hit it, it kind of drops the volume down really quickly and then brings it back slowly. Which doesn't sound great. And if I play the song now, it'll sound totally different when it gets to that part, right? Because it's kind of like notes on the page, but you can change how everything sounds. Let's see when the bass comes in here. Actually, I like that better. I can pan it. So that's one of the first songs I made. But then I was downloading from BBS's. So the first program I used for recording anything was SoundForge. Oh yeah, SoundForge. I used to use that too. Cool Edit Pro was a great one to use. That eventually became Adobe Audition. So on the BBS I was on, they had a file server, so you could download some of these mods from, it took like 20 minutes to download one song. But one of the ones I downloaded first that seemed to be pretty popular and people were talking about it was this one called Deadlock. So I downloaded Deadlock. Yep. And this one's by Elwood in 1995. So, before me. Doesn't say anything about it. But this has 24 tracks on it. See that right here? And when I listened to this, I was like, holy fuck. Like, it was seriously impressive. And you'll see that right now. There's 24 tracks going on here. And this is a guy from the Netherlands, I think. All these tracks are going. And the other cool thing about this is that over time, that third, with all these zeros here, this whole line is for effects. So you can tell it to like do volume shaping or portamento, like pitch shift up to the next song, next sample. All kinds of weird stuff. It's basically like taking something simple like a sample and being able to do a lot of things to it, so you can kind of conserve how much recording space you need. It's like affecting it in real time with the program. It's kind of crazy. And some of the craziest ones are like 4 channels where they know how to work it. Insert different instruments in there. It's crazy. After working with MIDI for a while and hearing this, I was like, holy crap, this would be amazing. Like all those echoing effects, where it's kind of reverby. That's not in the song. The reverb is actually created by, and I do this on Family Tracker too, where you have a note, but on the next channel, you delay that same note. So you make another channel play the same note, but at a lower volume. So you create this idea of like reverb without actually turning reverb on, right? You just like, well, reverb is really like a sounded note and then an echo of that same note at a lower volume and kind of parsed out. So you could do like delay and everything that way. Yeah, it takes a lot of time to like work it out where you can pull these things in. So I kept working with it. And after making that first one, I made, what did I make second? I made Flow, which I played a little bit earlier. Oh, that's not me. Different flow. This flow. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong flow. Well, here's the second one I did. Yeah, so I get a little better at it. Hey, it's me again, Outsider, with this new mod, also created blind or deaf. That's 2 mods in 2 days. Yeah, sure is repetitive, and sure, or it says sure it's repetitive, and sure it's got, whoops, let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh, I guess I can't do it that way. How do I go down? Oh, there we go. It sure has a lot of bugs in it, but who's counting? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this laid-back mod made on ye old Fast Tracker 2. Enjoy. Yes. Sure, it's repetitive. Sure, it sucks. But here it is. Enjoy. If you can. If you dare. I always thought that was cool. I mean, it's fun. Yeah, the flute's not necessary. I should put that flute not necessary, but there it is. Back then I was super into house music in the 90s. All the stuff on the radio at the time was like Hadaway and a little bit of ecstasy or something. I don't know. A little bit of ecstasy. You see this, the 13th pattern is 0B because at a certain level it goes to hexadecimal, which is kind of crazy. It's not that hard to think of, but I don't know why, but there it is. It tells you the time and stop. All right, so let's see. So after I made Flow, I think I did Diddy City. So we'll play that one next. Okay, this one. Okay. I love how I keep saying like here's all the instruments. And I say here's a short little ditty. A littly ditty. For some reason I say littly ditty. I worked up in about an hour. Can't you tell? Anyway, I hope you like it. I finally learned how to extract samples from other mods. So this is me, December 7th, Opus 4. Oh, what's my third opus? Oh, wait. So Blind Man Flow. What's my third opus? If that's Opus 4, I'm missing one. What did I make first after that? Opus 4. Come on, man. Is it Bite? No, that's someone else's. Boing, Creation, Deadlock, Diddy, Dorm, Enigma, Flow, Freak, Happy. Odd. I don't know. I'm confused about. I knew it explains community, but it was a website or FTP server. So it was actually BBS. It was someone with a computer that we'd log into. They ran it on Amiga, and they had a file thing, but it was. I think it was pre-FTP. No, it wasn't pre-FTP. It's like you just downloaded it from the BBS. I'm not sure how it worked. Where would you share your songs? Yeah, so I would share it there. I would be like, hey, check out my new song, and I would upload it there. You know, my 14.4 modem, and then people would download it and tell me what they thought. And there was a guy named Death Jester who was also on the BBS, and his stuff was way better than mine. But I thought his stuff was pretty cool, and I always wanted to learn more of it. So I don't know what my fourth opus is, but anyway, here's Diddy City. And here, apparently, I could take samples from different songs. And I also realized that sometimes they weren't in tune with each other. But here we go.
Let's go. Let's go.
So I'm using 8 channels now. Diddy City version 1.2, apparently.
Here we go again. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So funny. Oh, I did the volume down slow. You can see that here where it's like C15, C15, C14, C14, C13, C12, C11, because C is the volume command, and then as you go lower in the number, the volume is lower and lower for the sample, so you can do like a fade out. If you just keep going like C, 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 and then go 8, 9, 7, 9, or whatever, it worked out pretty well. So, okay, so that's apparently my opus 4. I don't know what my other opus is, but that's okay. So then, let's see. Okay, so it's not dorm. That's later. I need to look at these. Excuse me. Okay, odd. We'll do odd in a second. So then we get to me making my, I think it's just freak.xm, I think. Freaky Funk. It probably was Super Smash TV. I don't know what it was from. But did I actually say? I have a lot to say on this one because I was really, really excited about it. Oh, okay, and I get to see what my Hotmail address was. Okay. It is my pleasure to bring you another chapter of music by me, Outsider. I was commissioned to write this piece by some of the senior musical cast for prom, so I sat down my friend Linus's computer and started what has ended up being my best mod, or rather XM, yet. It took me 4 months of off and on work. Most of it coming at the last possible moment, but who's counting? There's that self-deprecation. The finished song was taken to Moody Gardens, which is in Galveston, Texas, where it was played right after the announcement of the prom king and queen, and was received well, I think. I hope this piece will start off a new legacy for me. Special thanks to Death Jester for samples he didn't know he gave me, and the instruction he gave me as well. Keep up the good work, man. For Taco, that's another guy on Acme. Taco telling me that I had talent and for being a good friend. Linus for use of his computer and his intellect, which without him, some of the cool effects would not have been present. And I can also thank him for boosting me into music all the way back in 5th grade. And finally, to Fast Tracker 2, the only modern tracker I sort of know how to use. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed this work. Send me email at outsider@hotmail.com or reach me on Acme. All right. So what I did was I made this whole track and we worked on it for quite a while, as I mentioned here in detail. And then I I realized that some part of this, or it was a sample from a song. It was like the non-radio edit of a song, like "Rhythm Is a Dancer" or something like that. I didn't know, so I heard that very recently, maybe like a year ago, and I was like, Peter, who is Linus in this thing. I was like, Peter, oh my God, this. I've figured out like this is actually, what this sample was from, and I had no idea. I'll have to find out where that sample is. But anyway, here's Freaky Funk, written in 1997 and from like January to April. And I went a little something like this. That little I think the timing's a little off on this program now, because that didn't used to happen. A breakdown. I remember this. I played this at the prom, so people were dancing to it, and then this part happened. They're like, I'm watching it from the stage.
There comes a time in everyone's life when we must throw away the shackles of reality and tap our inner soul.
You gotta.
Now is the time for one and all to dance.
We're back. Oh shit! And no techno song is worth its weight in gold without a slowdown. This is always my favorite part.
Seniors 97.
There you go. And that's actually Linus with that part. Seniors 97. Yeah, so I wrote that, and it was super fun. And people kept coming up to me like, "It sounds so professional," and all this stuff, and it was super super exciting. Um, okay, so these next couple, I wrote, I think, when I got into college, because college was soon after, and I think I wrote a couple of different mods, but I wasn't using this program anymore. I was using one that was in Windows because it was a little easier to work with. It was called like Real Tracker, I think. You gotta get this back stuff online. It's making me nervous. It is backed up. A lot of this stuff I think is on. I think it's on Google now, like Google Drive. A lot of these old mod files, because I have them redundant, so it's here, and then I have them backed up too. Okay, so this one. So this one, I went pretty. I guess you'd say that I tried to make it cinematic. So this one has an intro section where the idea is that there's a I don't know, like a spy or some sort of person trying to infiltrate a base, like a security thing, and it's raining, and he's walking in, and he tries to shoot the he shoots like this explosive barrel or some sort of thing, and it causes an alarm to go off, and then the chase is on. Or he's trying to destroy something, like some sort of secret important thing, so that the bad guys can't use it. Anyway, and then wrote chase music after that. So here we go. There's a machinery, right? He's walking over to it. Walking over. Shoots it a couple times. Gets on his motorcycle and he goes. And it's off. Of course, this one I never finished. And it starts over. So I remember another guy on Acme, he heard that and thought it was pretty cool, and he tried to make his own remix of it. So this is actually the only time I think someone is taking something I've written and tried to make like a little bit of a remix with it. I don't think he finished his either, but he did show me what he had worked on, and here's part of it. He did a little more panning stuff. knew more about like how to work with the program. It's kind of like works around the. I like the little echoes. I don't have this guy. So yeah, that was actually pretty cool. I liked what he did. It's kind of like I took, gave him the file, and he just then you could. I mean, that's the cool thing about mods. You could basically give the file to people. It gives them the entire thing, and they could just mess with it. They could remix it very easily. They could probably just take it for themselves too if they wanted to. So then when I got to college. I started messing around with trying to do my own samples. So in Real Tracker, you could actually do samples and put your own WAV files in. So I wanted to do one that was entirely made of my voice, right? Instead of like a synthesizer. So I tried to do this, which is called Voice.xm. I don't know if it'll play perfectly on this because it wasn't written on it specifically, but should be about the same.
We hope that any variance in audio quality will not take away from your pleasure in listening to this, one of the all-time favorite shows. Yo man, what's up? What's happening? What's hanging in your crib? Oh!
It's supposed to be all just
Start the music.
voice stuff. You hear some of the like jungle stuff, right? In the jungle song. Yo man, what's up? Start the music. I don't think I finished this one either.
We hope that any
yeah. So that led me to this, and I think Odd 2 is my guy. So, okay. So then I was starting to mess with Star Control. Well, I remember Star Control was a great game from the 90s that used a mod soundtrack. And I wanted to make, there was a copy protection guy named Professor Zurg, I believe. And I wanted to make a song for him. So I made this also in Real Tracker. Hopefully it'll sound good. But this one I wrote in college in freshman year in the dorms. I brought my computer with me and wrote this over a couple of weeks, I think. But this one's called Professor Zurg's Opus. and then it stops there. So yeah, that was that one. But people were doing really crazy stuff with it too. Like I showed you that one thing that was really nice. Just for Blues. Where's that? Maybe it's called Blues. Oh, I gotta play Orgasmod. Or Screw Mod. You want to hear some crazy shit? Okay, check out Orgasmod. This is written by Death Jester, one of the people on Acme that I looked up to as far as mod making goes. And he used samples from Information Society, Art of Noise, Bomb Busters, a Roland D20 keyboard, Grinning Evil Death, microphones, an ST-01, which I think is a Casio, Fox Killer. Hello, everybody. I was a horny little mod when I was written in August of 91. The air is damp. The night is cold. The creature stirs, so brave and bold. The fear you wander in the midnight mist till the beast is tamed with your left fist. So this was made on Amiga, and this is played through this, so hopefully it will sound okay. I remember some of the mods, because .mod was the original format, and it's only 4 channels, so you can see there's only 4 channels being used here, which is kind of crazy. So he would actually, like, you can do multiple instruments on one track. So if you want something, you know, you could find places to interject things inside other tracks so that you could kind of economize how much you're using, how many tracks you're using. Instead of using, let's say, like for me, I would be like, oh, it's one instrument. I'll go ahead and put it on one track, even if it only shows up a couple times. With this, you find all the gaps, and you say, I'm going to use certain samples between certain, you know, if there's a lull in this one and this ends before, I can throw this other instrument in, maybe a snare on this channel, but I'll move the snare over to this channel and so on, because that was the limitation at the time. So here's Orgasmod.
Yeah. How will you turn me on? How will you turn me on?
Hear that? Okay, I took that for my Freaky Funk one.
That was fun. Let's do it again.
A bizarre giant begins to emerge 100 feet in length. As long as a bus.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That sound is so funny.
That was fun. That was fun. That was fun. That was fun. Yeah. Fun. Let's do it again.
As long as a bus. How will we turn you on?
Oh, now they realize that. Bum, bum,
I've
bum.
never done this before.
That was from Art of Noise.
Uh-oh. Somebody's coming.
Classic.
Oh, yeah.
It's a banger. Kind of sounds like old Depeche Mode. Or maybe old Information Society. This song fucks. So yeah, that was Orgasmod, which fun. So some people would take that as so far as to go even. Some people take that even farther. I love the lead in for this one. So this one takes some Ice-T song maybe, or I think it's an Ice-T song, and I don't know what they did, but oh no, Shit Kicker is back with another meaningless stinking tune for all you out there. This tune features classical music, techno music, Ice-T lyrics, and a lot more. Made in 8 hours with Fast Tracker on my PC. Okay, hold on. Thanks to Ice-T for his well-chosen words for me to use in this tune. Any group out there who needs music, man, don't contact me. Want to swap? And this guy's in Norway. So this guy, Toilet Records 94, a guy in Norway wrote this song called Screw.xm. And get ready for this. 4 channels of nonsense.
Low motherfucker, dirty bitch. Low motherfucker, dirty bitch. Low motherfucker, dirty bitch. Low motherfucker, dirty bitch. Bitch, 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 bitch. Low motherfucker, bitch, 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 bitch. Low motherfucker, bitch, 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 bitch. Ass, dick, bitch, ass, bitch, ass, bitch, ass, 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 bitch, 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 ass, bitch. Fuck. Fuck. Low motherfucker, dirty bitch. Low motherfucker, dirty bitch. Low motherfucker, dirty bitch. Low motherfucker, dirty bitch.
I didn't make this.
Nigga, suck my dick. Nigga, suck my dick.
You watch who you call a nigga.
That's it. That's the whole song. Yeah. Yeah. That's a thing that happened. Art is subjective. And then some people use these mods to do this. Because people are ridiculous. With samples. Doing like pitch bends. All these people are from Finland. All right, samples some Dolomite movies. The other one, so good. So one track. These are all different instruments. It's crazy. Let's see. Do I have any other crazy ones? There's a couple from some things like this. Oh no, we already played that one. Let's see. And I did some short ones. I was trying to do stuff with. Didn't really go anywhere with. I know, right? Europeans, man. They know their techno. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to do stuff. Create was a little better. Let's do creation. Also going through some old stuff on my drive, and I recorded in the jungle on the hard attack from the Doug show. Oh, I do have a copy. It's actually on. I edited down the songs to make. Remember when I released the "Congrats on Your Heart Attack" album? That was from the original, and I just cut down all the pieces. But I still have the original like WAV files that I cut down to edit for In the Jungle. And at this point in time, I kind of stopped making these. I tried to do a couple things. Or maybe Happy was one of them? Oh. Oh. I think Doug's has the original video. For some reason, he took all that stuff off the channel. And he had a playlist of unlisted stuff. But I don't know if it, yeah, I mean, if you have some of the songs, I have to ask him. I know he has them unlisted somewhere. I just need to ask him again because he I was like, hey, it's all gone. I sometimes like to go back and take a look at that. And he's like, oh, I'll keep it here as this. And I looked again and all those links are gone. So he likes cleaning up stuff. He likes keeping it nice and tidy. Nice and tidy. Yeah, so it's 2 p.m. Oh, I see. What about this one? Same deal? Okay, see. Boing was another one by Dragonfly. Greets to... Whew, that's hard to read or hard to listen to because it's so freaking. Oh yeah, I see. You noticed it was gone too. I was sad about that. I need to ask him what happened to that. I'm afraid to bring it up because the first time I brought it up, he was just like, "Well, sometimes things go away," and like, who, I was like, "Okay, just kidding." Enigma, is that just? I just use the Enigma drum sample. Yeah. So that sample is back up here. Sorry. one key. Did you hide a sample somewhere? It says 2. Oh. La 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 la. Was a good one.
Blah 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 blah.
I didn't make this one either. I gotta find this guy. This is Dragonfly, the guy who remixed my track. I love these people just doing like this on 2 tracks.
Blah 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 blah.
I should really get something that does samples. They are really fun.
Blah 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 blah.
What's cool about this, you can hit zap and just zap the entire song until it's all gone. And then you can just make your own freaking whatever. So if I did editing mode on, I don't know why it keeps like do like here and so you could do maybe here, move it over a little bit, go up here at the top, and then put in some crazy then play that. So I could do. So you're kind of thinking of this as like so you have to find where those would land. So you go da 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 there. So D D D D da D D D 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 D D D D da. D D D D D D D da. And D D D D D D D da. So then you play it again. Oh no. Wow, that's gonna. It's a little off.
um, 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 um,
So then you might do. That's kind of an idea of like you just start. This is your first pattern, so then I could insert. I can tell this to do it 4 times. Do it 4 times. Then you can insert another one. Make this number 1. All my patterns delete. Go back to this one. And copy the pattern question mark. Gosh, it's been so long since I've even done this, but I believe it's something like that. Where you can just copy, insert, delete, song length, rep start, BPM, expand, shrink, length, pattern. There's some way to copy it. It's probably in the information help key bindings. You could say like, if I want to copy a pattern, I do Control F4. Okay, so I Control F4, which in this keyboard would be that. And then I go down to this one, and then Control F5. Okay, so I do Control, and it doesn't work. Maybe I have to be in editing mode. Control F5. Hey, that worked. And now I can make changes to this. If I wanted to, I could put in editing mode and then find the kick. Kick, I said. And then put in editing mode. Oh, whoops. I put it in the wrong channel. Can I undo it? And I can do like this. So now I have my 2 patterns, right? So I could change up. What's this one? This one uses 4, so that's clap. So I could do weird stuff with the clap. I'm just, throwing stuff in basically. All right. Yeah. So, I mean, this gives you an idea. So if I do it on this channel, here. Oops. I need to be over here. Okay. So, bing, 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 bam, bam, dant, 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 dant. So. Oh, it doesn't stop. It doesn't have any cutoff for itself, so I'd have to go in the instrument editor for the organ and tell it to stop all the playing. Volume envelope. Lengthen it out, but not too much. So anyway, repetition legitimizes, right? Num num. The problem with these things is, for some reason when I'm entering a note in, it automatically skips the next step. So if I'm on, if I'm over here, if I add a note, see how it skips? It skips one automatically, and I don't know why. Yeah. So anyway, stupid, but lots of fun if you have the time to mess with it, obviously. But there's some weird things going on with this, and I'm not sure exactly what it is. But is there any other ones that I haven't played that I really, really enjoyed? What Dream is pretty good. Do you want to lose all the changes? You bet. And then some people do stuff like this, which is way better. This guy's like, sorry I use so many outdated techniques. I love that. I like his use of panning. I don't think I ever really used panning in mine, which I should have, because it really does open it up. I use it more now. This one has a really cool effect in it later on in the song. Stereo separation is really cool. love this part right here. Very cool. Well, I think I will bring up my favorite one, Deadlock, again. And use that to go out on. It's not super workable, but it was fun to kind of revisit this program. I want to learn how to sample on it again. I was having trouble getting that to work. But I mean, it's such a cool program, and they make a new version of Pro Tracker too, which is what Amiga mods were made on, which is even more limited, but it may sound even cooler. I'll have to see what that one's like. But yeah, I think it's just gonna get some dinner in me, and yeah, it's just fun to mess around. But thanks so much for hanging in there, for joining me, Dan and Mike. It's always nice to have you come in. We'll be back next Monday with more NES improv gaming whateverness, and probably so I'm gonna be out of town the next week, so I think, but I'll still do next week's Sunday or Monday and Thursday streams, but I'll be out of town for a week, so we won't have any streams. Next week we'll have our usual 2, and then streams 3 and 4 will be skipped. I'll allow it. Yeah, I have to go back to Houston and see my family, because that's where I'm from. They are moving out of the house, and I need to go in and see if there's anything I want to keep from the old house, which is kind of scary. I didn't think my old childhood home would be sold at some point in time, but that's happening now, and I just want to go back and make sure that there's nothing there that I haven't yet picked up. And I want to see them, of course. It's been a couple of years. Post those Discord pics if you find anything cool. Those Discord pics. You mean if I find anything cool in the house? Oh, yeah. I'll definitely be posting some pics of whatever I end up finding. I think I've gotten most of the stuff I've always wanted to have. Oh, your English is great. It's fantastic. It's great. Yeah, I will probably go through and if I find some really cool, interesting, neat stuff. My parents won't even be there. They're already moved out. But all the stuff that they didn't bring with them is now still there. So I might just stay there and like say goodbye to the house. Is that a thing? I think it's a thing. It's a thing I'll be doing anyway. And taking 2 red-eye flights. I had a flight going from like 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. coming back. And I was like, oh, that's no problem. And then they said today, so we have to delay your flight. The flight will now be delayed till midnight and getting in at 8:47 a.m. So fun. And my layovers in Las Vegas. Probably because there's not enough people on the flights or something. I don't know. I bet it's going to be just ghost town. A red-eye flight these days? I just feel like it's going to be like not many people at all. Love that. So we'll see. Should be fun. Lots of pinball machines, slot machines, and lots of not getting able to sleep. It's going to be fun. And I can't bring any luggage with me. I'm just in my personal bag only, and that's it. It's just like a little thing, and it'll be a whole thing. We'll play it again. Oh, just start over again. You got this. Drugs. I'll lots of drugs. Anyway, it should be a good time. I'm sure. Oh, I hit play song. Oh no, it's gonna start over. Here we go. Wow. So anyway, yeah. Until next time, Daniel Mike. Thanks so much for being here. I'm just gonna
do this and talk in the microphone like this, and it's gonna be a good time for everybody.
All right. Enough of this nonsense. Let's take this outside for a second.